Hey y'all, it is me, Stop, Drop, and Roll On, and it is Monday morning. Um, I think today is the 27th. I'm almost positive, but don't quote me. I just got through in there doing what I do. Um, this morning it was kind of hard to get up, I have to say. So this is kind of the face of I don't want to do it, but I know I need to do it, so I did it. That's what this face is. And I had to laugh. I had to hear him get out of there so I could laugh. They got this song. I think Sister Sledge used to sing this song. I don't stuff like that is a blur, honestly. But I think this song was the name of the song was Greatest Dancer. I think that's who sung that song. And this guy, he's back there supposed to be lifting weights, and I guess he might have been on a break. And I'm not laughing at him. I'm just laughing at the stuff that we do to motivate ourselves, which is important. And I know he was back there. That song, He's the Greatest Dancer, was playing, and they was doing, ooh, why? And he's standing back there in between this dumbbell bar, the ones where you do the pull-ups on, I should say, the pull-up bar, just doing all this dancing like he's somewhere that he ain't. And I'm just like, look, little Chippendale. No, I've never seen them, but I live in the world, so I do know who they are. He back there just dancing his little self off, and I'm just looking at him like I was going to go get a wipe to wipe my machine down. And I was like, get that wipe and go up there and wipe down that treadmill and get yourself out of here. Because, I'm looking at him right now. He's still back there dancing. God bless him. Anyway, this past week, I was going through my closet, okay, and looking at some clothes and stuff that I have. And I think I told y'all before, I do have some stuff that I would really, I probably 9 times out of 10 I'm gonna have altered. And then there's some stuff that I'm just gonna be okay with letting it go. And I got into these jeans, this pair of jeans that it's just like they my favorite pair of jeans. And something came over me. And I just want to know, have anybody else experienced this when your clothes start changing? Um, where you standing up there being sad because the clothes don't fit. And I don't know. I think that where mine stems from is that in the past, it has really been, I have this mindset that it's difficult to, just like it was, when before everybody started growing physically, that it was difficult to get clothes. You either got these catalogs or you went, like I've said before, to the big girl shop or wherever, or you looked out and found something somewhere, and things like that. And so I'm just like, are you standing up here being sad because you done lost weight because these pants is too loose? For real, that's what you feeling. And it caught me off guard. I really wasn't ready to, that was just strange to me. So, I'm just like, okay, so you standing here grieving, and it wasn't just that, it was just that was a favorite pair of jeans. Now, I totally overrode the feeling that I had 3 pair of pants that I had taken out the closet that I have not been able to, even looking at them, the pants would shrink back where they couldn't be seen because they knew I couldn't get in them. Wasn't no need me trying to put something in them pants and straining the seams and stuff. So I can wear those pants now. No problem. Pull them up, room in the legs, zip them up. And see, a lot of the stuff that I have, I don't do pull-on stuff. These are zippers and buttons. And it ain't no forgiveness in zippers and buttons. Elastic, it can be your friend. But zippers and buttons, you either are or you ain't. And I'm just like, you standing up here being sad because what you're doing is working. And I thought about it off and on. Well, people always say, when you think about something for a while, sometimes it'll come work its way into your dreams. And I didn't have a dream about it. But the next morning I got up and I just started thinking about something that maybe makes sense to y'all and it might not, but I'm going to tell you anyway. In school, I some things come easy. I ain't gonna lie. And I do better. I can do something better than I have to. Sometimes with books and stuff like that, I'll read it, I'll get it, I'll grasp it. And some things I have to do. But if I do it and I'm successful with it, most of the time, if I repeat it, depending on what it is, and I think that most people are like this, but now I know that everybody isn't, but most people are, then I got it. And when I got it, I got it. Okay? So one thing that I learned was when I had to learn steps to things, I had to learn processes, that I always learned better when I could make an acronym that made sense. And we have it in music. Every good boy does fine. That's how you learn, um, music, music notes and stuff, and where they fall up on whatever uh, uh, clef you using. If it's the bass or clef, I ain't getting into music anyway. I'm just saying. And so anyway, there was this one process that just used to. It took me a minute or two before I came up with an acronym that made sense. And when I finally did, I did. And DABDA is my acronym. And it took me a whole weekend to figure that out. And I had to get it quick because, this is one of them things that never leaves you. You always gonna be using it. It's applicable to whether you've had a loss of an actual person, loss of a body part, just a loss in general. I think that this applies, and it's not a think, it's just it does apply. And now I'm finding out it's applying to my process too. DABDA, 5 stages of grief. The person that this is attributed to, lining this out, this lady's her last name is Kubler Ross. Look it up, just if you don't believe me. KUBLER-ROSS. And anyway, I was sitting up there and I said, I'm acting like I'm going through the 5 stages of grief. And I just kind of sat there and started just thinking about this being fat and where I am now. I mean, I'm still fat. I'm just saying it's going away. And maybe I shouldn't say I'm still fat. Maybe, because I need to watch my words. I'm reducing. Let's put it like that. And so, I'm sitting there and on the side of the bed and I'm like, And so the 5 stages is denial, anger, bargaining, depression, and acceptance. That's 5 stages in a nutshell. When I was in denial is when I was young. My family never made any type of, I wasn't any different than anybody else. I didn't really know that I was overweight until I got out in the world, really outside of my bubble, meaning going to school and, as I matured, getting, being around people more and things of that nature, and out, independently without your people that's been in your bubble around you. Because when I was little, I ran and jumped and dived and played and got on stuff and got into stuff just like everybody else. I rode a bike. I ran up and down the street. I attempted to climb trees. I wasn't too good at that. Gave that up. And I didn't get exempt when I was at school for any type of activities and stuff like that. My parents made sure that we were active and we participated in stuff. Then I got out, and see, that's the denial of being fat. Even as I got older and got out more, going to school, I'm like, well, what are people looking at? Well, and then I started getting angry as I got older because some of my peers were meeting milestones. People started getting married. People started walking up to me, telling me, oh, you cute, but you need to lose some weight. and I'm talking about unsolicited folks that I don't even know from Pete. People take liberties like that. They do it, you know, and I'm telling you, I have experienced it. It's unbelievable the stuff that I could tell y'all that folks have said to me, and I can't even say well-meaning folks. I would just say sometimes they may have been well-meaning, and then some people are just cruel. They just feel entitled to say whatever they want to, whenever they want to, however they want to. If and I'm gonna leave that alone. So then the next step is bargaining. And the older I got, that's when I started bargaining. When people were meeting milestones and I wasn't meeting them, like like I had some friends that was getting married, and people started having babies and stuff like that, and it was round about this time, I had some other things going on as well, because that's about the time when I found out, that this girl wasn't, kids just wasn't going to be for me. I wasn't to get any. And so anyway, I don't even know why I'm turning up with that. Anyway, um, with the bargaining thing, that's when I can honestly say a lot of my workaholic tendencies and a lot of, I had more people pleasing. The people pleasing stuff started when people started being real verbal about telling me what I needed to do as far as my weight was concerned. But as I got older, I just started thinking, if you the best everywhere you go, if you this and you that, people won't really look at your weight. And I'll just do this and I'll just do that, and this is how this will be. And so then that's when I started. And then it was just like, okay, God, if you just give me peace with myself and I'll be okay with this, that, there, and the other, then I'll do the best that I can. I'll do this, I'll do that. If you just do this, okay? I had a whole little laundry list of things that I was willing to, my little bargaining chips, so to speak. So after I got through with the bargaining, then I got into a funk. And then it ain't no other word for it. I just got frustrated. I was really, it was like it was just a sadness that if you didn't know me, you wouldn't know it was there, because I was really good at hiding how I felt. And the more I hid how I felt, the more I would turn to, eating or just being more into solitude and stuff like that. It was like a cyclic type thing where you do something, and the more you do it, the more you do the other thing. And so I'm, in this little blue mood, which would lift when I would be around other people, because I didn't want other people to see me like that. And so I got known around, like with my whatever, it was always, oh, she is always happy. But then there was this segment of people, and it was a large segment of people. When we first met you, we didn't really know. We thought that you were really mean or something. And then when we get to know you, oh, girl, I had a lot of people telling me that. And I was like, You still mad and you thinking you're not projecting, but there's still people that are able to see beyond the facade. And then after I got through with the depression, and that cloud kind of stayed for a while. And I have to call it what it was. It wasn't a constant, like, I can't get up out the bed, I can't wash my hair, I can't brush my teeth, leave me alone, turn the lights off, I'll come out in 5 days. It wasn't that type of depression. All it was for me was just that it was a blue mood, because I just felt like I couldn't progress. That was not true. It ain't even true today. So then, after that, where I am now is I, number one, have accepted, and this is the last stage of it, the fact that I'm going to be doing this for the rest of my life. Because I used to, Lord, why me? Out of all this stuff, and I was just like, okay, everybody got something, so everybody got a thorn somewhere. I don't care who they are. I don't care what they do. I don't care what they have. You got people that got everything that they could ever want at their disposal, and yet and still all they can come up with is drinking and smoking and this, that, there, and the other, and doing stuff that, you know, is still self-destructive. It doesn't matter. It is self-destructive. And so when we cool, we don't have to resort or do those things, I don't think. Now, that's my own personal opinion, okay? But what I'm saying now is I have accepted the fact that this is what I got. I have accepted the fact that this is what I have to work on. I have accepted the fact that I might not be in this thing alone, even though sometimes I feel that way. I have accepted the fact that I am the one that has to do this as I am walking alongside God, that He's strengthening me to be able to get up and do what I need to do. Even when my flesh don't want to do it, I need to do something. I have accepted the fact that I'm not going to always be like this. But I also have accepted the fact that I will have to continually do what I need to do to keep and maintain health. It's whatever it is I need. It has already been introduced into the atmosphere, into the universe, into the world, however word you want to use. It's here. This facility is here. These machines are here. My feet are here. My breath is here. And if I'm breathing and it's, I can move around, why wouldn't I do what I'm supposed to do? If I really have accepted the fact of something, then I need to take ownership of it, right? Okay? And so that's all I'm saying, y'all. DABDA is real and is applicable to a whole lot of areas. And, it just is. And even in weight loss, I have seen it. And I'm coming out on the other side. I'm going to have to share this drink. First, I want to make sure that it wasn't like a little panacea type situation for me. But, see, I done talked a long time yet again. But I'm going to share it with y'all. Because yesterday I felt like $1,000,000,000. If you Korean, a whole lot of won. A billion won. Pesos, whatever people, euros. I think euros might be having a problem. Anyway, I'm not here to talk about currency. I'm just saying I felt like $1,000,000 yesterday in whatever type of currency you use, even monopoly money. But y'all, I'm just saying I'm gonna do it again today. I'm getting ready to go home and make it now, and then I'm gonna share it and be up to you to whether or not you want to try it. It's your business. I will talk to y'all later. Move your meat. Vera, thank you for reaching out to me. I'm in it. Toodles.